Nagbagsakan ng ilang puno at sanga sa gitna ng daan sa Baguio City.
Umami pa ang mga lugar na nasa ilalim ng signal number 1.
Patuloy na nararamdaman yung malakas na pagbayo ng hangin dito.
Pinambalos ng bagyong Ompong ang lalawigan ng Cagayan.
Ang taglay nito ngayon ang napakalakas na hangin, umaabot na ng 205 kilometers per hour.
Dumarami na rin ang bilang ng evacuees mula sa Cordillera.
It's December 13, 2021, Monday. Good morning. This is Igamo Giselle, and you're watching MASIGASIG Daily Newscast. Here is our latest news update for today. The tropical depression sets to enter the Philippine area of responsibility on Tuesday has kept up with its solidarity as it takes steps to dump downpours in the focal Philippines. State Climate Department PAG-ASA said. In its Monday morning, PAG-ASA said the hurricane to be given the name Odette when it enters PAR, keeps on moving west, northwestward, and apparently enter Philippine purview as a serious typhoon.
Good day. Today is Monday, December 20, 2021, and you're watching MASIGASIG Daily Newscast. Here's our latest news update for today. Super Typhoon Odette brought torrential rains, violent winds, mudslides, floods, and storm surges to central southern Philippines. Specifically, the Visayas and Mindanao Islands with maximum sustained winds of 195 km per hour and gustiness of 260 km per hour. The typhoon affected an estimated 16 million people across the 6 worst hit regions, leaving about 2.4 million people in need of assistance. According to the National Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Council, or NDRRMC, and the Department of Social Welfare and Development, or DSWD, it killed at least 258 people, injuring 568 people, and displacing 631,000 people across 10 regions. The number of casualties, injured, and displaced people is expected to increase as debris clearing progresses, communication and electricity is re-established, and isolated areas are reached. This is Erica Otakan reporting.
December 16 to 17, a Super Typhoon Ray, locally known as Odette, landfall in Visayas and Mindanao. For this reason, thousands of families are affected. At least 515 individuals are injured, 56 are missing, and 375 dead due to this event. Communities were destroyed. Aftermath, many communities were destroyed. The human activities and destruction of our natural resources contribute to more intense and destructive typhoons. Philippines is considered as one of the most climate vulnerable nations.
A flood is a type of natural disaster. It is an overflow of water on ordinarily dry terrain. It is frequently caused by excessive rains. Main effects of floods, as most people are aware, the immediate consequences of floods include loss of life, property damage, crop devastation, animal loss, and deterioration of health conditions due to waterborne infections. If the residents live in an area that is prone to flooding, preparing for a flood should be part of preparedness plan.
Preparation is a must. Hashtag be ready for flood.
Preparation before a flood. First, know the flood risk before you build a house. Second, create a flood prevention strategy. Then third, create or replenish emergency preparation kit, which should include flashlight, batteries, cash, foods, and first aid materials. Fourth, familiarize yourself with local emergency plans. Know where to go and how to get there if you need to get higher ground, the highest level of building, or to evacuate. Fifth, use brakes or board if you don't have cement blocks. Be ready to protect appliances from minor flooding in the event of power cut or an electrical failure. 6. Turn off the main power switch before flood waters rise if you believe electrical circuits will be submerged. When you are wet or standing in water, never touch the switch. 7. Know where to go in case of flooding. And last is stay updated on new weather news.
All we need to do during a flood first is keep an eye out for our weather updates, emergency instructions, or evacuation orders on the radio, television, or in the internet. Second, if time permits, move furniture and other items to upper floors. Third, be prepared to cut off utilities if directed. Fourth, prepare to evacuate if ordered to do so. Fifth, do not wait for instructions in the event of a flash flood. Move to higher ground right away.
Do not move through water if at all possible. Use a stick to ensure the ground is firm.
After a flood. 1. Return home only when the authorities indicate it is safe to do so. 2. Clean and disinfect anything that has come in contact with flood waters. 3. Be aware of areas where flood waters have receded and watch out for debris. Roads and walkways are often eroded by flood waters. 4. If you have a car, do not attempt to drive through still flooded areas or region. 5. Avoid standing in flood waters as it may be electrically charged from underground or down power lines. 6. You can take pictures of any damage to your property for insurance purposes.
Earthquake is the unpredictable disaster. It is the shaking of the surface of the earth, and it is what we call the big one.
Nariyan ang bantang gumalaw ang West Valley Fault na may kakayahang mag-generate ng 7.2 magnitude earthquake. 37,000 ang posibleng mamatay sa Metro Manila. Halos 150,000 ang lubhang masusugatan.
Earthquake is one of the most feared disasters. It can damage property and cause the death of people due to building collapse.
Earthquake is a harmful devastation that can harm the planet, so we must be prepared. Here are the steps to be taken before, during, and after an earthquake. Before an earthquake, we must be prepared. The key to effective disaster prevention is planning. Know the earthquake hazards in your area. Follow structural design and engineering practices when constructing a house or a building. Familiarize yourself with exit routes. Know where fire extinguishers, first aid kits, alarms, and communication facilities are located. Learn how to use them beforehand. Prepare a canned foods, can opener, water, blanket, clothing, battery-operated radio, flashlights, and extra batteries. Then conduct and participate in regular earthquake drills. During an earthquake, we must be aware. If you are inside the structurally sound buildings or house, stay calm and do the duck cover and hold. When you're outside, move to an open area. Stay away from trees, power lines, posts, and concrete structures. After an earthquake, we must beware. Be prepared for an aftershock. Before the quake, be aware. Follow PAB, which is P, prepared, A, aware, B, beware. Follow and you will survive.
Ground shaking. It describes the vibration of the ground during an earthquake. Ground rupture. In the small g, surface rupture is the visible offset of the ground surface. When an earthquake rupture along a fault affects the Earth's surface. Tsunami. A series of enormous ocean waves caused by earthquakes, underwater landslides, volcanic eruption, or asteroids. Liquefaction, also known as the melting point. Landslides, also known as landslips. It can cause seismic disturbances and disastrous flooding, particularly when landslide dams across streams or bridge, and flooding may trigger slides.
Landslide is somewhat a result of other disasters. It may be caused by an earthquake, typhoon, floods, or heavy rainfall. Landslides are caused by disturbances in the natural stability of the slope. A landslide is the movement of rock, earth, or debris down a slope section of land. The impact of a landslide can be extensive, including loss of life, destruction of infrastructure, damages to landmass, and loss of natural resources.
Landslide material can also block rivers and increase the risk of floods and could damage our lands and crops. And thus, it is very important to stay prepared and be equipped with the right knowledge on what to do before, during, and after a landslide to prevent or reduce impact, especially on the number of casualties. Preparedness on these types of disaster can help you stay calm and helps you to remember things you need to do to save yourself and others.
Be ready.
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 Be ready for disasters. Because by failing to prepare, you are preparing to fail. And by preparing to fail, you are anticipating for the worst and is waiting for lives to be lost.